Okay, welcome to my space, the Promised Land Wellness Tribe. I want to use this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you, those of you here as my audience, and to those of you also here virtually watching, a big welcome to you. So, we are in that period, we are still in January, and chances are we have those goals, we have those dreams that we want to be able to manifest in our lives. And at this time of the year, we are still high on motivation. We're very much high on motivation. And for me, I refer motivation as a force or a seek energy because at some point, definitely at the first quarter, going into the second quarter of the year, you begin to lose all of this energy that would help you bring into manifestation those goals. And then down towards the fourth quarter of the year, you begin to wonder why have I struggled all this year, or why have I struggled all this time, or throughout this year, and I'm still yet to bring to manifestation the goals, the dreams? You begin to feel disappointed. You begin to create excuses why you couldn't do certain things in your life. And then you keep going through that cycle of motivation. So the new year starts, you're high on motivation, and then towards the ending of the year you realize if so, sorry at the mid of the year you begin to lose all of those motivation, and then towards the end of the year you start nagging, you start creating excuses, you start feeling disappointed, and then the cycle repeats itself. And that is why today I've been led by the Spirit to share with us the true meaning of manifestation, the true meaning of manifestation, so that we don't just get high on motivation, and then at some point the motivation dies, and then all the things that we see in our hearts, we see in our minds, we're unable to create them. And today's topic says the frequency dimension to manifestation. The frequency dimension to manifestation. And what that simply means, really, excuse me, what that simply means is understanding the energy flow. The frequency here represents energy, the energy flow responsible for manifestation, the energy that needs to be put in place to help you manifest the things that you desire. Are you with me? So instead of getting so high on motivation, instead of pursuing the goals and the dreams with the motivations that you have or you feel at the first quarter of the year, the real question should be, what is the right energy necessary to run with in order to manifest the goals, to manifest the dreams, right? Now we have certain desires in our heart. True of us. We have certain desires in our heart. I need you guys to respond to me. True. We have goals, we have visions, we have things I want to be able to create. Now, those visions that we see, your visions, your desires, your goals, even your dreams, we see and hear them spiritually, true of us. We see and hear them spiritually. right? But unfortunately for we humans, we tend to believe strongly the things that happen in our physical world much more than the things that we see within. We believe strongly the things that we see in our physical experiences, undermining the fact that that which you see in your physical life is only an expression or a reflection of your spiritual reality, right? Which is to say, which is to say that that which you consider as your outer experience is a spitting image of your inner experience. So your outer experience is only a spitting image of your inner experience. But we always tend, as humans, I don't know, because of our limited mindsets, we always tend to believe strongly the things that we see in our physical world, undermining the fact that this physical reality, these things playing out in our physical life, is only a reflection and an expression of that which we see within. Right. And by these, if we are to define manifestation, manifestation is simply the calling and the bringing forth of the things that do not exist into existence. I say that again. Manifestation is the calling forth, the bringing forth of the things that do not exist into existence. And that is why in the book of Romans, chapter 7, yes, the book of Romans, chapter 4, verse 7, sorry, it says, he calls out the things that do not exist as though they exist. Because the truth is, they actually do exist, but not in real time. And when you look at the things in your life, the experiences that you create, the physical experiences and the life that you create, at some point in time, they never existed. So manifestation is not limited to creating your desires alone. Manifestation goes as far as creating that which never existed into existence. Either you desire the experience or you don't. So the question is, at some point in time, did it exist or not? If the answer is no, and then if at this point it exists now, it means you manifested it. You created it. Either or not you desire it, you created it. So manifestation is the bringing forth of an experience, bringing forth of something that never existed, an experience within you that never existed into existence. So quickly, I want to go into, there are three dimensions. Quickly, I want to go into the energy that helps you determine manifestation, the energy dimension, which is the frequency dimension. And today, because of time, I might only be able to look at one. We have three, by the way. We have three of these dimensions. We have belief, we have emotions, we have alignment. But today I'll be speaking more on belief, and then hopefully in our next spiritual mindset class, we'll be talking more about emotions and alignment. Now, in Hebrew, In Hebrew, there's something very powerful I want to share with us. In Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, this may be the most important aspect of this section, and I want you to get it as much as possible. In Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, I want to break down and analyze the importance of belief, the energy requirement for manifesting. In Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, please get this. It says that by faith, we're going to take it slowly so you digest this. By faith, faith here means frequency. Faith here is a frequency. Okay? Faith here is a frequency, which can also mean believe. True or false? Yes or yes? Yes or yes? I want to hear the voice. Yes. So, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3 say, by faith, which can also mean believe, this is a frequency. He said, we believe that He created the universe. So, the next important information there is universe. Universe. That by faith, we believe that the universe, and the universe here represents the physical life. Why the physical life? Because the universe is made up of physical bodies and entities that are perceived and interacted by our physical senses, including humans. So let's represent the universe with our physical life, the physical experiences. So he said, by faith, in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3, by faith, we believe in Him that the universe was created, right? So that the things that are seen, the things that are seen, which is your physical life, the things that are seen were made. So the next important information here is made. Please, I will need you to get this. So that the things that are seen, which is your physical life, the expression of the universe, was made. Made here can also mean manifestation. Was made from the things that were not seen, which is the invisible, which also means the spiritual realm. So Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, that by faith we believe in Him to have created the universe, so that the things that are seen, which is the physical experience, were made manifested from the things that are not seen. So your belief, which is a frequency, is what brings about that which is not seen, your spiritual realm, manifested into your physical life. These are the four phases of manifestation. So you have your belief, which is the frequency that makes that which is invincible, the spiritual world, manifest into the physical life. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Yes. So this is to say that that which you believe is the energy flow that determines that which do not exist to exist in your life. And this is why manifestation is not about what you want, it's about who you become to get what you want. Because in your process of becoming, your beliefs changes. You have to drop certain beliefs and adopt a new belief. And those beliefs is what determines the life that you create in your life. The experiences that you create in your life is what determines what you call forth, what you bring forth from the place that bring forth into existence. Correct? Correct. So, a very interesting question I have for each and every one of us, and this is something I'd like us to answer, truly. This is a question I'd like each and every one of us, especially for those of us who are watching virtually. There's a saying that seeing is believing. Valeria, there's a saying that seeing is believing, right? There's also the saying in the Bible that faith cometh by hearing. And we've been able to determine that faith, belief, that the same. These are the frequency necessary for what? Manifestation to bring the invisible into our physical life. So the question is, if our visions, please get this, media team, if our vision, our dreams, our goals, if we can see them, why is it difficult for us to believe them enough to manifest them? So you're watching this right now. This is a question I would like you to reflect on. Your goals, your visions, your dreams, you can see them. So why is it difficult for you to believe them enough to manifest them into your life? Answer, please. The question is, why is it so difficult? If believing is a frequency that brings about manifestation, I would say seeing is believing, faith here coming by hearing. Why is it so difficult to believe the vision, the dreams, the goals, the ideas that we have so much that we fail to bring them into manifestation? Energy is not there to drive it. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. Fear. Fear. And anxiety. So, what is the relationship between fear and anxiety and your visions? You see your visions, you see your dreams, you see your goals. All these are said or spoken to you or revealed to you by love, who is God. What does God have to do with fear? What does God have to do with anxiety? Not that God has anything to do with it. Okay. It's a matter of person. Yes. You see, you believing that that is your vision, that is your goal, that is what you need to manifest. Yes. But in your sometimes they say that expression is all in your head. Okay. Sometimes that can weigh you down. Yes. You are seeing it, but it's only you that is seeing it. Yes. Whereas you have reality of things that limits you from actually doing those things. Those things. So it might be that you might be telling yourself that it's all in your head. Those okay. Things that you're hearing, or those beliefs, or that vision that you're seeing, that goal, that dream that you want to achieve. Yes. It might be all in your head. Look at the reality stopping you from achieving those things. Yes. And life is such a funny thing. If you don't want to do something, if there's an excuse not to do something, it's give you 1001. Exactly. Do it. And so the fear continues to go bigger and bigger. So it's not a matter of God. Exactly. So, like I said in the beginning, remember I said we humans we tend to look at our physical experience, right? So what she's literally saying, we focus on the thing that is happening in our life. We draw our belief from here, yeah. But we undermine the fact that this physical experience is a reflection of what is going on within. When we look at the mirror, it's just perfect. This is a very good illustration. We look at the mirror. Ordinarily, you do not know how you look like, except from aside looking at the mirror. You do not know how you look like. Whether or not you are beautiful or you tell yourself you're ugly, it's the belief you have in yourself. It's all in your subconsciousness, right? Now, the moment you step into the mirror to look at yourself in the mirror reveals a spitting image of your face, of how you look like. The goal or the intention of the mirror is not to tell you whether or not you are beautiful or you are ugly. True of us. The mirror is not there to tell you you are beautiful or you are ugly. It's a matter of perception. And the truth is, your perception is there, underlying there in your subconsciousness, even before you look at the mirror. But the real deal, when you look at the mirror, the moment you get your perception, your interpretation of what you see in the mirror is what you carry around, is what you carry about. True of us. But we forget that the real deal is not that which we see in the mirror. The real deal is what you believe about yourself. The real deal is the expression, is the face itself, you who is standing, not the image in the mirror. The real deal is the image standing before the mirror. And that is exactly how manifestation is. Our life is only a mirror of that which exists within us. And the energy you carry becomes the frequency, becomes the medium through which that which is within becomes becomes physical in our lives, tends to exist in our life. But again, like I mentioned, the question again, what was the question again? The question again was, why do we tend to believe, why do we tend to see our vision and not believe them? The truth is, the answer, I was really thinking about this. If I have to see something, because whatever I create in my life, I have seen it within, or I see this vision, why is it difficult for me to bring it into manifestation and then create something else? It was a concern for me. It was a concern for me, right? But the Spirit told me something. The Holy Spirit told me something. And that is, we lack the ability to create, to manifest as humans that which we desire, because manifestation is not limited to what you want, it is the energy within. And the reason why we get to create a different experience in contradiction to the vision, to the goals, is because we are conformed to the pattern of this world. I say that again. The reason why you may see your visions, you may see your goals, you may see your dreams, and you still struggle to create them in your life is because you are conformed to the pattern of this world. And when you are conformed to this pattern, the word conformed means, you see, the word conformed means to be one. The word conform means to unite. The word conform means to be in alignment. The word conform means to be in agreement. So when you are conformed to the pattern of this world, It means that you are in agreement to the spirit of the world. You're in one with the spirit of the world. Hence, it is difficult for you to believe the visions, the goals, the dream given to you by love. And then when you become conformed by the pattern of this world, what you begin to feel, what you begin to feel is rooted in the spirit of the world. Mind you, we have two types of emotions. We have the spirit of God, emotions which are rooted in the spirit of God, the spirit of God, which I call a emotion, divine emotion. Please don't mind my writing. And then we have the spirit of the world. Now, when you become conformed to the pattern of this world, when you become conformed to the pattern of this world, you have feelings such as fear. You have feelings such as shame. You have feelings such as guilt. You have feelings such as depression, anxiety, rage, anger, right? And then all of this, they speak one language, and that is judgment and condemnation. Now, this is not a problem. This is not a problem. Now, this judgment and condemnation, each feeling rooted in the spirit of the world has an opinion for each and every one of us. Are we getting it? Each spirit of the world, either fear, shame, guilt, sadness, right? They have an opinion about you. Now, the opinion does not matter, but what matters is that we believe the opinion that they have about us. Do you get it? So when fear judges you and gives you his opinion that because you failed yesterday, you're not going to do well today. Because you are conformed with that fear, you are in alignment and an agreement with fear. So that becomes your own belief. Shame tells you or gives you his own opinion that among your friends, you are the most worthless being among them. You're not good enough. You don't deserve them. Guilt gives you his opinion that if you try to be successful, if you make any attempt to make it in life, then the people who love you and care about you will not be there with you anymore. Anger tells you or gives you his own opinion that nobody cares about you and nobody loves you. You're all by yourself. These are opinions, these are judgments from the spirit of the world, from the feelings rooted in the spirit of the world. And because you are conformed and in agreement with them, you believe them. This belief is what opposes the belief in your vision, the belief in your goals. Now, if you have the belief from all of the spirit of the world, it's impossible to manifest the dreams. It's impossible to manifest the desires. And to be conformed by the pattern of this world is to be a natural man. And in the book of Corinthians, First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14 says, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. It says, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. What does that mean? It means if you are conformed by this world, you're a natural person, and as such, you cannot receive the things of the Spirit because the things of the Spirit becomes foolishness unto you, neither can you understand them. Because it takes the Spirit to discern the things given to you by the Spirit. So here's what I came to understand. Here's what I came to understand. I'd like to share with you. And this is so good. This is so good and so powerful. Here's what I came to understand. When you get the belief, when you get the belief from fear, please listen to this, please. When you get the belief from fear, media team, please listen to this. My audience, please listen to this. When you get the belief from fear, or let's say in your own case you have shame, and let's say the belief from fear says you won't do well in that project today or tomorrow because you failed yesterday. And then the belief from shame says you're not good enough and you don't deserve to be among those people. Now, this becomes your belief. There are three things, three things this belief does to you. The first is because you have this belief, it occupies your heart. It occupies your heart with this belief. And because your heart is occupied with this belief, your heart does not have room to accommodate the belief that you can bring forth your visions, that you can bring forth your manifestation, bring forth your goals, that you can manifest your ideas. So manifesting those goals becomes a problem because the belief in your heart, which is the frequency necessary for manifestation, is in opposition to your goals, to your dreams, to your visions, to that which you've seen within you. The second thing that this belief does is to make you lose understanding, according to the book of First Corinthians, understanding, you lose understanding in the vision. You lose understanding in the dream. You lose understanding in the goal. So that which is given to you, so when God reveals certain things to you, the things you ought to do or need to do, you see them. The belief and the opinion given to you by fear and shame makes you lose understanding. And when you don't have an understanding, you don't have clarity. And when there's no clarity in where you are going to, it feels like your path is dark. It's more like going into a hall and someone tells you whatever it is that you're looking for is at the end of that hall. And then when you enter the hall, what you see is a room filled with darkness. There are two things that is bound to happen. When you get into that room, you either stay stuck because you don't want to move forward, you don't know what is before you, or you go back. True of us. Because the room is dark. So that's exactly how it is with division. So although you want something, you have all of these desires, but because you do not have an understanding, and you do not have understanding because shame, the belief from fear is robbing you of the understanding of your vision. Are you getting it? So you don't have clarity, and because you do not have clarities, you stay stuck. And this is exactly why many entrepreneurs, career professionals trying to achieve great things in life are stuck in their growth. There is no clarity. And then the third, which is the most painful of them all, is that the path, the decisions, the actions, the steps that you need to take to give you or to help you manifest those visions becomes foolishness unto you. The opinion of shame makes what you have to do foolish before you. If there are certain steps you need to take, if there are certain people you need to meet, shame tells you. And what makes you think that man or woman will attend to you? Fear makes you believe that there are certain rooms you cannot step in because you do not want it. Guilt makes every action or every attempt to make to attain success foolishness unto you, giving you excuses as to why you should remain stuck. So when you have an idea, the decisions you need to take to bring forth those ideas become foolishness unto you, as written in the book of First Corinthians. So even when you have things to do, the actions are laid down, it is clear before you, you second guess yourself, you doubt yourself. And what makes more sense to you is the belief given to you by fear, given to you by shame, given to you by guilt. So these are the three things, or should I say the three reasons why believing fear or believing shame may hinder manifesting vision, your goals, your dreams, your desire, your wants. Because your belief is a major frequency for manifestation. So if you believe that I am not good enough, then you keep creating experiences that resonate with that belief that you're not good enough. If you believe that you'll be leaving people behind if you make an attempt to be successful, then every actions and every step you make will be in opposition to the things you need to do to create success, victories in your life. In your life. Isn't this interesting? Interesting, huh? Yes, if you want to say something, please. Um, that's something that makes me to understand what is in the Bible. Okay. You know, when you study your parents, all you do is God wants you to. Okay. But because of that judgment and judging Can you yourself, speak a little bit louder? That judgment you are judging yourself, that condemnation you are giving yourself, okay, will not make you to remain. You will not see the success of that thing. You continue to judge yourself, you won't be able to do that. Okay. And at times that person will remain stuck. I even die like that. Yes. Without bringing anything, without imparting anything into the world. Into the world. You just grow old like that, stuck in one place. You know, because of this now, yes, I just understand that this of the spirit is a foolishness to those who don't understand. Yes. The way you explain it may make me to understand that Bible part very, very well. Because of this thing we are seeing today, God has put it to existence. To existence. So people that have the knowledge that get the idea, they will just grab that one thing, they begin to be used it. Exactly. With fear. Grow up like they grow old like that without trying anything. They don't try anything. God is a foolishness. Looking of it. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So exactly, people struggle to do certain things because of when they think about the things they need to do to be able to create the life that they want, those things, those things seem as or come to them as foolishness. And the Bible also says that the wisdom of the world is foolishness before him. Right. So so now we know that our belief is the root frequency. It's a root frequency to manifestation. The frequency to manifestation. This is it's not about motivation, it's about your belief. So the question is, what do you believe? What do you believe in your heart? What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about the world? What do you believe about the people around you? What do you believe in yourself? What has shame told you? What has fear spoken to you? What has guilt said to you? What is anger saying to you? Currently, what is depression saying to you? How long will you keep dwelling in the thought of fear and anxiety? The Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he. And I've come to realize that the longer you dwell in this in a particular thought, whatever thought you have or you dwell in shapes your neural pathway. There's something called pathway, and that neural pathway determines a lot about your life. Do you know scientifically the mind and the heart, sorry, the mind is what controls the brain cannot function by itself. The brain cannot function by itself. The brain is controlled by the mind. This is this scientifically the mind controls the brain. The brain cannot function by itself. What exists in the mind or what the mind tells the brain to do is what the brain does. Yes, very true. So you didn't know that. Okay, now you know. Scientifically, this is true. Now, and the heart, the mind and the heart is an inseparable whole. I don't know which come first. I don't know which come first, either the mind or the heart, but I know they're inseparable whole, like twins joined together. You can't separate them, right? And in the book of Jeremiah, the Bible says that he searches the heart, he tests the mind. I like that verse. He searches the heart, he tests the mind, and then he rewards you according to your deeds. Your deeds here represents your actions, represents the decisions you make, represents your words, the choices you make. Those are your deeds. But what did he say he do first? He searched the heart. Why? Because everything you do flows from your heart. And this is why in the book of Proverbs it also says, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. It is so important to note this because your heart is the center of your belief. Your heart is what houses your belief. And your belief is it is the root frequency for manifestation. A major frequency and energy responsible for what you manifest in your life. So, in other words, that which you see, that which you create, you permit it by what you believe. You permit it by what you believe. So, again, the question is if you must manifest the desires, if you must manifest all the things that you envision in your mind, question is what do you believe? Are you conformed by the pattern of this world? Or do you have a renewed mindset? Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, do not be conformed by the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewer of your mind, that you may test and approve of God's will. Now, his will and his perfect will is in alignment to those desires, to those vision, to that goal that you have in your heart. But it's not about what you want, it's about who you become to create that which you want. And in your becoming, beliefs must be, your beliefs must change, your belief must evolve. Whatever beliefs you have is what determines your becoming, that helps you create the life that you desire. And how you change that belief is simply asking, what will love say? Not what will fear say, not what will shame say, but what will love say. When you find out what love has to say, find out what faith has to say, this becomes the belief, the truth that replaces the belief from fear, from shame, from guilt, and helps you replace all the beliefs, the opinions of shame and guilt in your life, renews your mind, that you may begin to create and manifest your desires, your goals, your life, the new life that you desire so much. Thank you very much. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Valeria, do you have any questions? No. Okay. You're welcome. All right. Take care.